Can you go to the next screen?
So first we will discuss about the what is the agent force. Then I will be explain the building blocks of agent force. Then we will have how we can activate the Salesforce agent in the Salesforce. Then I will be explain how we can create the service agent that we can deploy on the external site so that the end user or the customers can use that service agent to solve their issues. After that, we will have question and answer session. There you can ask your questions so that I will be glad to help you on that. Now, further than delay, let's start. Let's start the our session. So let's understand what is the agent force in Salesforce. So the agent force is a platform where the Salesforce provides us to create, test, and deploy the agent. The agent are nothing but the AI agent. Now, when you want to retrieve any data from the Salesforce database, you write the SQL query. Now, for example, I want to know like how many records I have in the account object. For that, we will write the SQL query. Now, instead of that, if we ask to the AI agent how many records we have in the account object in the human language, which is natural language, so that the AI agent will understand this language and give us the answer. Now, let me show you on the Salesforce org. So here I have activated the Salesforce agent. So let me show you. Here you can see, here we have agent first icon. As you click on it, the agent first will open. Now here I want to know how many records I have in the account object. So here I will simply type how many records I have in account. So as I give the prompt, here you can see, here is the total count of account records. Let me know if you need further details. That means agent, which is the AI agent, automatically aggregate the number of records and show us the answer. Now, what if I want to know? So here I want to draft the email. So here I will write draft the email. Let me see any contact name. So here, so I want to send the email to the John Bond regarding the product details. So here I will write draft the email regarding the product discussion on next Monday. Here I will provide John Bond. So here you can see, here I didn't provide any, this is the contact or anything. I just provided the name. Now what will agent will do? It will find the this particular name where it will be. It will find the email and then draft the email. So as I provide this query, now here you can see the agent provided us the draft email. I didn't did anything to write any subject or the body of the email, even though the agent gives us the prompt. So this agent is nothing but the advanced version of chatbots. So here was what was the chatbots? Chatbots was the transcript like where we already provide the what should be the our prompt. Then the chatbot gives us the predefined answers. But what is the agent force? Agent force thinks and then it will gives us the reply. Let me explain what is the default agent and the service agent. So this one is the default agent. This agent only the Salesforce employee can use. And then what is the service agent? The service agent can use the external users, customers, or the end users. So here, let me show you these two agents we have in the Salesforce org. For that, in the quick find box, we need to search for the agent force agent. Now here you can see here we have agent force agent. As I click on it, let me close this. As I scroll down, here you can see, here I have one employee agent and then one service agent. So this one I have already created. How we can create the default agent and the service agent, I will be detailedly explain in the next or from the scratch. So here, first let's understand the how it is the work. Let me open these two agents. Now here you can see, here we have default agent and then service agent. So here, as you see, in the default agent, here we don't have any user. But as I open the service agent, here we need to define the user. Why this? Because the default agent is only for the internal Salesforce employees. That means who is the user for the Salesforce, those only can use the default agent. And then this service agent only can use the external users. And why we need to define this agent user or for the service user, for the service agent? So as I use this default agent, the user will be who is the logged in into Salesforce. But what about this service agent? The service agent can use any of the user like external users, end users or customers. So for that, we need to define one particular user, and for that user, we need to assign the permissions. So all these things we will be understand while creating the agent. Now let's understand how the agent works. That means, so here I have given the query and this agent execute the query and shows us the answers or the response. Now, how this agent works behind the scenes. For that, we have building blocks of Agentforce. So here, in the building blocks of Agentforce, we have topic, instructions, and then actions. So let me show you these things. Now, as I open this service agent, let me open in the builder. So here you can see, here we have topic. It defines the work that these agents will do. So here the agent, like it helps to know what is the task they need to do. So for example, so here I have created one AI agent, which is the service agent. And for this agent, I have defined the task to give the order, like I have the database where the I have created the soft drinks orders. Now, what if the end user or the customer wants to know what is their order status, or they want to track the order, or they want to place the order? For that, here you can see, here I have created soft drinks order topic. Now, inside this topic, I will define the instructions and the actions. Now, what if I want to know the contact details or the any standard object details? So for that, I need to create another topic. If I give the prompt about the account object, then the agent will choose the account related topic and then it will execute the further actions. Now, so here I have the topics. Now, as I open the topic, now here we have the instructions. So what are these instructions? Like now I want to know my order status. So I what will the customer will provide the query, like I want to know the order status, but they didn't provided the order number. Now I will give the instructions predefined. These are the predefined instructions. I will provide the instructions to the agent, like whenever the customer asks about any order status, first you need to ask them to the order number. So here I have given this instruction so that whenever any user like ask about the order status and they didn't provide any order number, so that the agent first, so the first agent will ask them about the please provide the order number so that I can assist about you further. So like this, the instruction works in the Salesforce Agentforce. So here you can see. So Agentforce. So in the Agentforce, the instructions are the kind of rules that agent should follow. So for example, do not accept the negative value, then provide only the number. That means if you have any like number where we can't accept the strings, in that case, so we can give the prompt instruction to the agent so that they can accept only the numbers. Then third, we have the actions. The actions is actual tasks such as creating records, retrieving details, drafting an email or etc. So let me show you on the org. So for these topics, I have created the topic actions. As I open it, here you can see. Now, if I ask to this agent, what is status of my order 1234? So here, as I give this prompt to this agent, so it will reply the status of your order. The status of your order with order number 1234 is cancelled. Let me know if any need whatever the anything else. So here these actions are like actually execute behind the scenes and retrieve the data for the agent. So here, so these actions we can perform or create using the flows, Apex code or the prompt builder. So here, now let me show you the about the service agent that we are going to create. So here I have already created one service agent. Now let me paste it. Now it will open the external site where I deployed the created service agent. Now here I want to know, again I'm giving the same prompt. What is the status of my order? But here in this time I didn't provided any order number. So as I press the enter key, here you can see, could you please provide your order number so I can check the status for you? That means because of the instructions, this agent will ask to the customers about the details. So here, let me check any order number here. So here we have one order which is open status 1020. So here I will provide. Now here you can see the agent responded us like the status of your order with order number 2020 is open. So in this way we can create the service agent. Now let me show you how we can create the service agent in Salesforce. Now I am opening the org that I created. So this one is the scratch org, like this one is the developer org where I didn't created any agent or not even enabled it. Now first let's enable the Einstein setup so that we can use the Agentforce in Salesforce. For that, click on this gear icon and then go to the setup. Now in the quick find box, you need to search for the Einstein setup. Here you can see under the generative AI, here we have Einstein setup, click on it. Then it will open the Einstein setup, we need to enable it. So here I have already enabled it. Now we can enable the Agentforce. For that, we can search for Agentforce agent. The Agentforce, I have enabled it. And then here you can see enable the default agent. So this one also enabled it, but I didn't activated this agent. Now, first let's see if I didn't activated this agent, then how it will look like. So here, as I open this Agentforce, here you can see, here we have one error message, something went wrong. So as I refresh it, even though this agent is not activated. So here, first, let's activate this agent. For that, we need to open this agent. And then we need to, to activate this agent, we need to open in Builder. So here, as you click on it, so here you can see the general CRM and the single record summary. These are the standard topics. That means the Salesforce already provided some topics, instructions, and actions to the default agent. So as I click on this general CRM and then open the topic actions, here you can see here we have different types of multiple standard actions. So here, as I activate this agent, so you can ignore this message and then activate it, and then again go to the Agentforce. And now as I refresh the page, this time here you can see the agent. Now we can use this agent. So this is the same thing where I shown the previous org. How many opportunities I have in this org? Here you can see here we have 31st opportunities. Let me open the opportunity object. And here you can see here we have 31 items. That means for the default agent, we don't need to that much of do the settings. But now we are going to create the service agent. For that, again, let me navigate to the Agentforce agent. Let me close this one because we have successfully enabled the default agent. This agent can use the only Salesforce internal employees. Now we are going to create the service agent. For that, here you can see here we have new agent button. As you click on it, now here as I scroll down, here you can see here we have different types of agent. This time we are going to create the Agentforce service agent. We need to click this one and then click on the next button. Now here you can see here we will have the different types of topics which are the standard topics. If you want to keep these topics, you can keep it. But as I want to show you how the agent will work like for about soft drink orders, I don't need these topics. For that, I'm removing these ones because I want only add those topics regarding to the soft drinks order. So here I have removed all the topics and then click on next. Now here you can see we need to customize our agent. So here we need to provide the name, which is the agent for service agent. Then API name will be automatically populated, and then we need to add the description why we are creating this agent. Now let me show you on the PPT. So first we are going to create the service agent, then we will assign the topic, instructions, and then actions, and then we will activate it. So here you can see here we need to define the role of this agent. So here an AI customer service agent whose job is to help customer with the support questions or the other issue. So here I will paste the other role for this agent. So here I have provided this agent helps the customer to solve issue related to soft drinks orders. So like this, whatever the so first you need to decide why we are going to create agent, and according to that you need to define the role for that particular agent. So why I'm creating this agent? Because I want to give this service or the help to the human agent related to this soft drinks orders. Now here we need to define the company. So here I am defining this agent is for soft drink manufacturing company. And then here you can see here we need to define the user, but till now we don't have any user. As I click on it, so here it's not able to select. Here we only have one user, which is the new user, and there we don't have any name or anything. Now, when this user will get create after the creating next step, or when we proceed the next step. Now, as I click on the next, the new agent will get create and assigned to this service agent. So here, initially I am not adding any service data source, and directly click on create button. Now we have successfully created one service agent, but we didn't activate it. Or now, as I give any prompt to this agent, create new order. Here you can see, it seems I can't assist with creating new orders. Could you please provide more details or let me know what else I can help? Why this happened? Because we didn't created any topic or didn't assign any instructions or action. Now first we will create the topic so that we can assign the instructions and the actions about the whatever we want to do, or whatever we want to perform any action for this agent. So here I am clicking on new button, and then here you can see, here we have a new topic. As you click on it, now here we need to provide for what reason we are going to create this agent. So I want to create this agent to handle the soft drink order. So here I have provided the topic, and then click on the next button. Now here you can see, it automatically populate the name, soft drink order management, the API name, and then here you can see the classification description. Now here we need to, so these are all things are the generated by the AI. If you want to like rephrase it, you can add anything else if you want. So here I want to add. So this will handle the customer inquiries and action related to ordering soft drinks, so including the provided soft drinks order number. Then here you can see the scope. The scope is defined for the what type of work agent should do. Like for example, we are creating this agent for the order management system. Now if any user ask about any other information, then this scope defines like I want to you should only do the task on the order management. Anything else you can't provide any information to the end user or the customer. So this scope can help us like to for the agent what should you reply to the customers. So here I am providing the scope. Here you can see, your job is assist to the customers with showing the order status, place the order or the cancel the order of the soft drinks. Then they need to provide the order number in the prompt manner. Now here you can see, here we have already some instructions. If you want to keep these instructions, you can keep it. But for this time, I only want to add ask the customer for their preferred soft drink number. That means whenever the customer will ask to the agent, what is my soft drink order status, then this agent will ask to the customer, please provide the order number. So first instruction I have provided to this agent, and then click on the next. Now what are the actions? So here we didn't created any actions. Now we need to create the action. For that, let me finish this one first. So we created the topic with the instructions. Now we need to create the action so that behind the scene the agent will act on it. So here I am now create the action. For that, in this setup we need to search for Agentforce asset. Now here you can see, here we have topics and the actions. As I click on these actions, as I said, we can create the actions using Apex, flows or the prompt builder. Now here I'm clicking on new agent actions. Here we have here you can see here we have one standard flow actions. Then if we have any apex actions, let me show you. We didn't created any apex actions. So here now I will show you how we can create the apex action using the Salesforce Agentforce. So here I'm clicking on new agent action. Before that, let me show you the created apex class. So here let me cancel this one. Click on the developer console. So here I have already created one order status class. Here you can see, here I have created class with the invocable method. Now, whenever you want to use the apex class or the apex action for the Agentforce, you need to define this invocable method. If you don't use the invocable method, then this class you can't use for the action or as the action to the Agentforce. Then here you can see, here I have provided the label, order status, and then the description. Return the status of the soft drink order when the user asks for it. For example, user can say what is the status of my soft drink order ABC. So here ABC is nothing but the order number. Now, whenever we provide any prompt to the agent, it will take in the list. And then also when the agent gives us the response, again it will gives in the list. Now here I give on the query, select ID, status, or the whatever you want to display. Then we need provided the order number. This order number nothing but the our prompt or the end user prompt. The customer want to fetch the details. Now we created the apex class with the invocable method so that this class can show in the actions so that we can use it. So again, let me click on the new action, and then in the reference action type, here we need to select apex, and then in the reference action category, here we need to select invocable method that we defined in the class. Now, as I click on this reference actions, so here you can see, here I have order status. As I click on it, so agent action label and the agent action API name will be automatically populate. Now, I will click on the next button. So here, first we need to provide the loading text. So here I will provide getting data. That means whenever user will provide any input or the provide any question to the agent, while the loading of the answer or the retrieving the data, this label, which is the getting data, will display on the UI. Now here you can see the order number. So this one, this is the list where the order number we have defined. This order number is the input. So here I will provide it input. Here I'm providing the instruction, pass this order number to get details. So here we have the checkbox required input. So without the order number, the agent cannot get any data from the Salesforce database. For that, we need to require this input. And here you can see, here also we have the output. So here I will tell the agent, display the retrieved status for this particular order on UI. Now here we need to show this in the conversation, and then click on the finish button. Now we have created the action also. Now we need to assign this action to the topic that we created for the agent. So here we created the topic soft drink order management. As I open it, here also we provided one instructions to ask about the soft drink order number. And then as you click on this topic actions, here we don't have any actions. Now we have created one actions that we will assign to this topic. For that, as I click on this new button, and here you can see, here we have option add from the asset library. As I click on it, here you will see all the actions that you have created. So here I need to search for order. So I think I need to refresh this one. Again, as I open the topic, actions, add from asset library and search for the order. Here you can see, now we have order status, the actions that we created. As I select these actions and click on the finish button, here you can see the action has been successfully added to this agent. Now let me ask to this agent about the order status. Please give me the status of my order. Again, the agent replied us, could you please provide me with your soft drink order number? This is because of the instructions that we given to the agent. Now let me see any orders here. Now here you can see, here I have order 1001 and like this. So here I will ask to the agent 1001. Now here you can see the agent is not providing the query, our answer to query that we provided. So why this? Because I already told you, like for this agent we have one like human agent. As I click on the settings, here you can see, while creating the agent, here we don't have any assign agent, but now after creating the service agent, now here we have one Einstein service agent user, which is the virtual user. That means this user cannot log into the Salesforce, but this user can do the work whatever we will give to the AI agent. Now for this user, didn't give any permission to access the Apex class. That means whatever the actions we are performing, whatever the task we are performing, this is because of the Apex class. Because using the Apex class, we are retrieving the data. For that Apex class, we didn't give one permission to this Einstein user agent. So first, let me give me the permission of that Apex class to this Einstein user agent. So let me cancel this one. Let me navigate to the user. So here you can see, here we have user Einstein service agent user. As I open it, now here you can see, here we have permission set assignment. As I open it, so here we already have two permission set that Salesforce by default created. Now here I am opening the Agentforce service agent permissions. So let me open it. The permission set will open. Now I need to assign the Apex class to this particular user. For that, as you scroll down, here you can see, here we have Apex class access. As I click on it, we need to click on this edit button. And now we are going to give the access of that Apex class to this user. So here we have the Apex class soft drink order status. Select this and click on the add button and then save this the permission set. Now we have given the permission to this particular agent about the Apex class using which we are executing the action for this agent. Now again let's navigate to the prompt builder or agent builder. Let me refresh the page. Again, as I give the prompt to the agent, what is status of my order 1001. Now this time here you can see the agent status, the status of your order 1001 is open. Let me know if any need any further assistance. Let me show you. Here you can see here we have 1001 order which is in open status. Now let me change the status. Let me select the dispatched. Again open the agent builder, refresh the page. Again, as I asked, status of order 1001. Here you can see the status of order 1001 is dispatched. So here you can see we didn't need to give the prompt very particular manner. So here I just generally give the prompt status of order 1001, and even though this agent can understand what we want to ask to the agent. Now we have successfully created the agent with the assigning of the topic, instructions, and then actions. Now we need to activate this agent. So here, as I click on the activate button, again, let me click on this ignore and activate. So we have successfully activated the service agent. Now we need to deploy this agent to the community side or the external side. So for that, first we need to enable the Omni channel. So what is this Omni channel? Like, since we are going to deploy this our agent on the external or the community side, so here to route the request from the end user or the customer to this AI agent, like there will be some request and response from the end user to the AI agent. For that we need to create the omni channel for to route this request and the response to the end user. For that we need to create the omni channel in Salesforce. For that, first we need to navigate to the setup. So here we need to search for omni-channel setting. Here you can see here we have omni-channel setting. Click on it. So this is already activated or enabled. Now we need to enhance the omni-channel routing. So here I am enabling this and then click on continue. Accept this and then click on accept button. Now, as I scroll down, here you can see define login behavior when an agent using omni-channel opens the new window or tab. So here I will select automatically log agent to the omni-channel in the new window or tab and then click on save button. Now, after enabling this omni-channel, we need to enable the or we need to set the routing configuration. So this is because of the fallback queue. That means whenever the end user gives any prompt or the request for the retrieving the data or something else, then if anything happens between the request and the response, it will be the execution error. Now, meanwhile, this request, whatever the end user have the requested for the data retrieval, we need to assign that request to the human agents, like whatever the support team working on that particular object or the particular application, that request will route to the human agent. For that we need to create the routing configuration. So here you can see here we have routing configuration. As you click on it, so here first we need to click on this new button. So here I am providing the routing configuration name, agent configuration, So developer name will be automatically populated. Then as I scroll down, so here I'm setting the routing priority as 1. Then the routing model will be most available. And then here you can see, here we have unit of capacity. So here I'm providing 2. And then click on the next button or the save. Now we have created the routing configuration. This is all about the service cloud that we have in the Salesforce org. Now let me show you the PPT. So here we have created the agent, then enable the omni-channel, and also we have created the routing configuration. Now we need to set the queue so that whenever any request will get the fallback, then that request will get assigned to any user from that queue. So here to create the queue, again in the setup, search for the queues. Now here I'm going to create a new queue. For that, click on this new button. So here I am providing messaging queue. The queue name will be automatically populated. So here in the queue email, let me provide it. So you can leave it as a empty. Then as you scroll down, here you can see here we have routing configuration. So here we need to provide that routing configuration that we created. So here we just created a agent configuration. So here I am selecting this one. Then available object. So here we need to select the messaging channel or messaging session. So here you can see here we have messaging session. Why we select this object? Because whenever the end user give any request or give any prompt to the agent to retrieve anything or to do anything, that request will get or will route to the agent via this messaging session, or whatever the agent will respond to the end user, that also will route to this messaging session. So here we have selected this object and add to the selected object. Then here we need to select the user or the also we can select the public groups, roles and subordinates. So here I am selecting the user so that whenever any fallback will happen or whenever any error will happen, after that instead of that request going to the AI agent, that will get converted or that will get assigned to this user which is in the queue. After that, here I'm clicking on save button. So here we successfully created queue also. Now we need to create the omni-channel flow. So here, why we need to create this omni-channel flow? Because of we created omni-channel to route the request, if there is any error happen, then route the request to the human agent. Now to route the request from the end user to this AI agent, we need to create the flow. So here I am navigating to the agent builder. So here we have created the service agent. As I open it, here you can see here we have one connection tab. As I click on it, as I scroll down, here you can see here we have inbound omni-channel flows. That means this flow will connect the end user prompt to the agent through this omni-channel flow. To create the flow, we need to go to the flow builder. So now we are going to create the flow for this routing the service. So here I am clicking on new flow button. Now here we can create only one type of flow, which is omni-channel flow. Let me search for this flow. Here you can see here we have omni-channel flow. As you click on it, so first we need to create the record ID. So here I am clicking on new resource, which is variable. record ID. Why we are creating this record ID? Because to route the messaging record ID, like we created the messaging channel, whenever the any end user request to retrieve anything or create the any record to the agent, so here route through the this messaging channel, and that messaging channel's record ID we need to capture over here. So here I am selecting text and then available for input. Now we have the record ID of the messaging channel or messaging session. Now we need to route that messaging session record ID to the like agent, which is the service agent that we created. For that, here you can see here we have one element route work. As I click on it, so here we need to provide the label route work to agent. API name will be automatically populated. Now, as I scroll down, here you can see here we have the record ID variable and then service channel. Now, as I click on this record ID variable, so here you can see here we have record ID that we created using the resource. Now, which service channel we need to select? As I click on it, here we have messaging service channel. And now from messaging channel, like whatever the request we have, where we need to like route this request to the Agentforce service agent. So here we have selected all these things. Then we need to select Agentforce service agent. As you click on it, so here we only have one created service agent. If you created multiple service agent, then you need to decide for which service agent you need to route the request. So here I am selecting this one. And then here you can see here we also need to select the fallback queue ID. So here we have created one messaging queue so that whenever any error will happen, that time the request will get assigned to the human agent who is the present in the messaging queue that we created. So here I am selecting this one and that's it. Now we are going to save this flow. So here I am saving route to agent and then click on save button. Now as I close this, now here you can see as I refresh the page, then open the connections. Now here we have the route to agent flow that we created. So here you can see the status is draft. Why this? Because we didn't activated the flow. For that, first we need to activate the flow. Now the flow is also get activated. Again, let me refresh the page. Open the connections. And now here you can see the status is active. Now again, let me navigate to the PPT. We created an agent. We enable the omni channel to route the request through the end user to the human. Then we did the configuration for the routing configuration. Then we also created the fallback queue. Now we created the flow that will route the request from the end user to the AI agent. Now, after creating these ones, we need to create the digital experience site so that we can deploy the agent on that external site. So here I am searching for the site. Here you can see here we have domain site and the remote site setting. So here I am clicking on the site. Now, so here we don't have any option to create the new site. For that, because of this one is this like scratch org, I didn't activated anything. So first we need to enable the digital experience. So here you can see here we have digital experience settings. As I click on it, first we need to enable this experience. As I click on it, now we can create our site. So first we need to save this one, and then now we can search for the, or from here also we can create the new site. So here I'm clicking on new button. So first we need to register for the site. So here I'm registering. Maybe you will not get this type of settings because maybe you already did this. So here now we can create the new site. So here I'm going to click on new button. So we are not going to create a site from here. Instead of this, so here I am not getting the option to create this site here. So instead of this, let me show you on the other org. So here, as I go to the setup and search for this site, here you can see here we have all site option, but this option we are not getting in the org there where we are going creating the agent. So here, as I click on this all site, from here we can create the new site. Let me check once again. So we have enabled the experience workspace even though we are not getting the site option.
Maybe you can just refresh once. So
Yeah. Yeah. Now we are getting this option. Here you can see under the digital experience, we have all site. So here, as I open the all site, now I'm going to create new external site. For that, as I click on the new button, now here we need to select the template. So here I'm selecting this template, or you can select anything, whatever you want. Now here I'm providing the name, agent, and then in the URL also here I'm providing the agent. So here this will be our URL, so that when if we want to give this URL to the external users, we need to give this URL. Now here I'm clicking on this create button. So it will take some time. So whatever the agent we have created, that agent, which is the service agent, that agent we are going to deploy on this site. So it is taking longer time. Yeah. So now first we need to activate this site. So for that, here you can see here we have administrator. Now to activate this site, here you can see here we have activate button, click on it and then click on OK. So first, after creating this site, first we will publish this initial version of this website that we have. So here I am going to click on this publish button so that we can use this site. So here I am clicking on publish. So it will take time to publish this website. Meanwhile, what we will do, so after creating this public site, we need to create this embedded service deployment so that whatever the agent we have created, we will deploy through the embedded service deployment. So here, let me navigate to the org. Now here I am searching for the messaging setting. Now we are going to create new channel. Click on start. So yeah, here we need to select the native messaging channel. So here we are going to deploy this service agent on the web application. So here I am going to select this, and then here we need to provide the channel name, which is messaging channel. The developer name will be automatically populated. Then as I scroll down, here you can see here we have development type, which is web, and then here we need to provide the domain. Now what is this domain? So this domain is where we are going to deploy our agent. So here let me show you. So yeah, this site we are going to create. Now as I click on this administrator, here you can see here on this site or on this URL we are going to deploy our agent. So here we don't need all the URL, only we need this my.site.com. So here let me my.site.com. So we have provided the domain and then click on the next button. Now here we need to provide the routing type, which is the Omni flow, and then the flow definition. That means here we need to select the which flow, like by which flow we are routing our request to the agent. So here we created the route to agent flow, and then also we need to select the fallback queue, which is the messaging queue. After selecting this one, we need to click on the save button. After that, check this checkbox and click on the save button. Now we have successfully created the messaging channel, and also we successfully published the website also. Now we need to create the embedded service deployment for that. So it will take time. Let it finish. Now using this channel, whenever any end user give the request or provided any prompt, that request will route through this channel to the service agent. So this is completed. Now we don't need to do anything over here. Now let's create, or let's set up the embedded service deployment for here. So here I am searching for embedded service deployment. So here you can see here we already have messaging channel. Now here I am clicking on new deployment button, and here you can see here we have messaging in app and web. As I select this one, click on the next. Then here we need to select web. Again click on the next, and now here we need to provide the name for the embedded service deployment. So here I am providing agent embedded service deployment. The API name will be automatically populated. Again, here we need to provide the domain, which is my.site.com. So this my.site.com will be same for all the external website that we are going to create from this Salesforce org. Again, the messaging channel that we created, and then click on the save button. So now we have created the new embedded service deployment, so that using this we can deploy our agent on the external site. So this one is also get completed. Now we need to publish this one. For that, here you can see here we have publish button, click on it. So this one also takes some time to get deployed. So meanwhile, let's add our the another actions to our agent. So here, let me open the developer console. I also have added one action to cancel the order. So here, let me show you the Apex class for that. Here you can see cancel order action. So again, here we need to provide the invocable method to use this Apex class or method as an action for our Salesforce agent. So here the order number will provide by the end user or the customers. Then so here we are getting the response cancel order, and this will update in our Salesforce database also. This is the class where we execute the cancel order action. Now let me navigate to the agent. So let me open the agent. So again, first we need to add this action. Click on new agent actions. Again, click on Apex, invocable method. Again, here we need to select the invocable method that we added in the action or the Apex class, which is cancel order. Click on next. Give the agent instruction. Whenever so this is the instruction. Whenever customer want to cancel the order, always ask the customer for their order number if they don't provided their first message. Loading text. Here again I am adding getting details. Again here I am providing same message, required input. Then in the output, display the message or status on UI. Join conversation and click on finish. So we have added the action, created the action. Now we need to add this action to the Agentforce or the service agent.
Hello, Subham.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry for the interruption. Can you
Yeah.
please let me know like how much time it will take more to complete this session?
So it will take 15 minutes.
Okay. So guys, please hold on for 15 minutes, last 15 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You can continue. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Again, here I'm opening the topic. Click on topic actions. So first we need to deactivate this agent to add the actions, because whenever the agent is active, we cannot add anything. Again, add from the asset library. Here we created new action, which is cancel order. Click on finish. So again, we have added the cancel order action. So here I am adding instruction for this action again, and then click on the save. So let's check this action that we added. I want to cancel. So it will ask order you want to cancel. So here you can see, here we have order 1005, which is in open status. So here we'll provide 1005. So again, here you can see it is not executing this action because of we didn't provided or added the Apex class to this agent or this user. So for that, let me give the access to this user. I can open the permission set. So here I am giving the Apex class access to this agent, which is the user, which is cancel order. Click on save. Again, open in builder. So this time it will work. I want to cancel order number 1005. Here you can see your order number 1005 has been cancelled, successfully cancelled. Let me check on the Salesforce database. Here you can see the order number 1005 has been successfully cancelled. Now, so let's deploy our agent. So it has been deployed successfully. Let's add the agent to the external site. Let's check it once. Yeah, now it's deployed. Now we created the embedded messaging or the embedded service channel. In that embedded messaging channel, we added the agent. Now we need to add this or deploy this agent through the components to the external site. So here you can see we have added successfully here. You might be not visible clearly, but after publishing this website, you will be visible it clearly. Now let me click on this publish button. Before that, let me make it website as a public access, and then click on publish button. So as I search for the all site, so here you can see with the name of agent, we have successfully created our external site. Let me open in the incognito mode so that we will not have the access of Salesforce. So still it's not visible. Why this? Because like some users might have seen this because of they already have enabled the cross URL. So here first we need to add the course URL. In the setup we need to search for course. In the security you will see the course, then you need to click on the new button. Again here we need to so now we have created the course URL. Again, as you navigate to the site and click on the publish. Let me close the other tabs. Let me activate the agent. Because for the adding the actions we deactivated it. Now again we activated this agent. Yeah. Now we have published this website. So again, as I open this site on the external website, so still it's not visible. Maybe it took some time to reflect the changes. But whatever we have done, it's a correct way. We have deployed everything.
Yeah, so probably after some time it will visible. So meanwhile, if there will be any question, we can take some questions, and also later you can share the URL so they can see it.
Yeah, Vijay.
Yeah, guys, do you have any question? I know we run very late, but yeah, we wanted to show step by step how things are happening.
Yeah, it maybe take some time to reflect the changes. Yeah. Now here you can see. Now we have the chatbot icon where we have deployed the our service agent, which is the AI agent. Now as I click on it, so here you can see the agent is successfully deployed on the service side. Now I want to know what is the status of my order 1003. Here you can see the status of your order 1003 is open. Let me know if any further assistance. So here now I will not give the order number, but I will say I want to cancel this order. Now here you can see without any providing the number, the agent has been successfully cancelled our order. So in this way, we can create and deploy the service agent to the external side for the end users or the customers. With this, the even though we don't have or the we have the less human efforts, the AI can helps us to manage our the support services. So yeah, that's all from my side, Vijay.
Yeah. So I do not see any question on this. So if you guys will have any question, then yeah, you can send us an email also. I'll put the uh, email ID on the chat. Okay, so you can send email to this one, and this recording will be available to our in our YouTube channel. So we'll share the URL as well. So thank you everyone for joining, and I hope you have learned something. So you can check out these things, our website URL, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Also, you can subscribe to our channel. where we publish a lot of videos on that. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining.